we've searched the top trends that are going to be hot and great to get into on Shopify, like this year. And we found something that we never expected. So let's get into this right now.
We found that some of these niches are so saturated, yet they're so popular. There's so many products and so much demand for it that it just never stops, that it's evergreen. I mean, there's always people searching for it. So let's find out what they are.
And just to explain the methodology, we search Google Trends, we search YouTube Trends, we search Pinterest Trends. So essentially, we analyzed all of this data that people are like tapping into all of this search engine every single day. So guys, everything that we're going through is backed by data. And we're gonna go from the one of the least that you can get into to the one that it's like really the hottest thing, and it's just going to be a business for years and years and years to come.
Exciting.
Exciting.
So here we go. Let's go. Number 5, sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Huge demand. I was so surprised. I'm like, oh my God, this is such a saturated niche.
Yes.
Yet the demand, it's just like giant over and over and over and over.
Yes.
And then it hit me that it's kind of like a trending design. You know, people are not searching for like UV protection or polarized. They're just like really going after those fashion trends.
Yeah, because there's big brands out there too, right? Like
Yeah,
Ray-Ban and
exactly.
all the designer houses, they all have their brands. It's like, how could you compete with that? Yet somehow, it's
Yeah.
possible, isn't it?
Because it's like an accessory where people are buying multiple of these products. People hardly have just one pair.
Yeah, it's
And
a fashion
so-
thing too, isn't it? Like they're out with those ones and in with the new ones. Like,
Yeah,
what's the new
exactly.
trend this year, this season?
Yes, exactly. And so what you want to do is not necessarily think about how am I going to make $1 million in this niche. You're not going to make $1 million by selling the Ray-Ban, being the Ray-Ban reseller.
Yes, yes.
But you're going to make your $1 million by carving that niche of that fashion trend where you're going to scoop into.
And creating a brand so that your brand stands for something, like our glasses
Yeah,
mean something, or they stand for something, or we take a stand against
Exactly.
this, or we take a stand against that.
exactly. And the beautiful thing with sunglasses is that they're really high margin.
Yes, it's plastic, right?
Super light to ship.
Yes,
But of course, be careful because they can break.
yes.
Amazing. Next one, a home decor refresh or home bedroom.
Yes.
Like bedroom, I was like, what? Bedroom is a trending topic, and yet it is.
Like,
That's
what could that, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Beds, but we're talking about things like accessories for the bedroom, like
Yes.
prints, rugs, lamps.
linen,
Sheets.
sheets, pillows, wallpaper, lamps, all of these things together. And the beautiful thing is that people come over and over and over,
Yes,
right?
yes.
They're not just gonna buy one thing for the bedroom right now.
Yes, because it's also seasonal. Like people want to refresh their
Yes.
their things. A new year, new me, new you.
New year, new you, but yet it's an evergreen demand. So
Yes.
if that's the niche you want to get into, you know, don't necessarily just think home decor, think bedrooms, and
Yes.
just going niche with that, and the customer lifetime value, incredible.
It's also accessories. People buy those things over and over too. Like for example, journals, like a gratitude journal for nighttime for the bedroom. When it's styled nicely, it sits on the desk. Or,
It goes with the theme.
On the desk, on the side table.
Yes,
And that's part of the decor as well,
that's
right?
true. That's
So,
true.
Like,
Could be part of the decor.
like coffee table books, often people don't read the books. They just
That's true. They
sit
just stack
there
them.
for
You
the
see on the home
decor.
decor images like books stacked by colors.
Yeah.
The other incredible thing that I find is in the home bedroom refresh is that people are not expecting to buy things cheap because they're
Yeah.
buying things for the bedroom.
It's very
more
personal. Very personal, yeah.
and they are looking for higher value. And so getting a customer where average order value is $200, $300, that's
Yes.
just normal in home decor for the bedroom.
Yes.
And so I think that is the beauty of this niche.
Yes.
And I was like so surprised when we were looking for the trends. I was like, wow, like this is so much bigger, is that I never expected. One thing to be aware of though,
Yeah.
for the home bedroom,
Yes. Things to do like chemicals, right?
Yeah.
Is what you're thinking? Yeah.
yeah, like always think about when you're sourcing these products, what are they made out of? Because having something in the bedroom that's made out of toxic ingredients, it's not gonna fly.
Like if you buy a cheap rug that smells really bad and it's in the bedroom, that's not going to do anyone any favors. People are going to return it. They're going to be unhappy with it. They're going to leave bad
Those
reviews.
things would turn against
things
you.
like that.
Yeah.
Same with if it's like a lamp or something and it's really bad quality and someone touches it, they get zapped.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to.
Or it blows up or something.
Yeah.
All right, so these first two, now we're getting to the hotter things.
Yes.
And this was like such a hot search, such a hot trend that I was like, oh my God.
I have to say, I was really surprised about this one that we're about to talk about.
Yeah, Kristen was like, what even is this?
Is that even in an industry?
It's even an industry.
Yeah.
And it's an industry that clearly I'm not a customer of, and it's nails. So essentially, guys, beauty is super high margin. Nails are so crazy evergreen.
It's one of the highest gross margin industries that exist. Beauty, like it's
And
insane.
we looked at the data of the trends, and it's like over and over and over, all kinds of occasions. There is like Valentine's nails, spring nails, autumn nails, date night nails,
we're talking like
prom nails.
Girls, things that people stick on, like the paints, the gel
stick-on, the acrylic
the
stuff, the gel stuff, all of that stuff, the lamps,
those things, all that stuff. Right?
All of those things, and it's for all kinds of occasions. So the incredible thing is that if you're thinking of getting into this niche, yes, it's saturated, but think about the lifetime value of the customer. Why? Because no nails last for longer than 2 weeks.
This is the classic. You can have a business sometimes that's recurring revenue, like when people buy like Netflix over and over and over, or reoccurring revenue, where they bought the nail thing and then they finished it, and now they need to buy it again, and they buy it again, and they buy it again.
And you can get them on subscription.
So
the one thing to be aware of though, also like the toxic ingredients, but one thing to be aware of though is that these nails accessories tend to be really low value.
Yes, like you're talking a few dollars.
Yeah, we're talking like $6, $7, $8. And so you want to avoid that on Shopify. So always think about how could you sell the whole lot, the whole bundle, a kit where the customer would get, I'm getting everything for the nails.
Yeah, or 1 month supply of something or things like that.
Yeah. Number 4, or down to the top 2.
Yes.
Guys, like this one, I was like, are you for real? Are you for real? I had to actually look up what the trend even is.
It's an acronym.
It's an acronym.
It's 4 letters. Can you guess what it is?
And can you guess? And the crazy thing was that this is the most typed in, one of the most typed in search terms in the whole history of Google. So imagine the volume, and it's just evergreen and going nuts. It is ASMR product. First, I was like, what is ASMR? For the first time I've ever seen it, and I even remember asking Kristen, what is ASMR? Was when we were watching the show White Lotus. Have you seen the White Lotus show? Just let us know in the comments below. And the girls,
we're a bit late on the trend.
We only watched it like recently. And there were these 2 girls in the show in the first series who were doing like the ASMR. And so essentially what it is, it's kind of like this sensation, right? Like, so it's like sounds that are like
recording sounds up really close, like into the microphone. Like, let's see if I can try it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but.
And then some people find it relaxing.
Yeah.
But some people also use it as a code word for like more sensual product.
It evokes a certain feeling. It helps people relax. It helps them feel like certain, let's say, emotions.
Or intimate, whatever.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
That's what it is. But now, what to sell? That to me was incredible, because then we went down that rabbit hole. And we went down that rabbit hole. So what are the trending products in ASMR? And you guys will never believe, those are literally just any toys for kids that make a freaking sound.
It's anything that makes a sound.
And that these toys were previously sold as beads or whatever. They are now sold as ASMR products.
With a higher price point often.
Oh my God, like this is such an incredible opportunity. Like there goes like 7 figures just like that.
Yeah.
And the best thing is, anything goes. So we've seen the toys, we've seen microphones, we've seen ice cubes, like the ice cube holders.
The bubble wrap.
Yeah, we've seen the bubble wrap.
Anything that's going to make a sound or be used in the process of recording the sounds.
Exactly.
It's fascinating.
It's fascinating. And so, idea for selling, if I were you, again, think Shopify, think average order value. If I were you, I would not be selling, the ice cube kit or, a microphone or whatever. I would be selling an ASMR starter kit. Yeah. Because you want to put few products together and sell it for $100. There you go, average order value.
Yes.
That whole thing, and extremely high margin. Extremely high margin. Like you want to put that basket together for kind of like $16 to $20 max. I would say. What do you reckon?
Yeah. I missed that part.
The starter kit, ASMR starter kit.
Yeah. And
sell it for 100.
Yes. And you can use the ASMR tag description in so many products.
In so many products.
Be really creative with what goes into the
exactly.
kit. It's not defined that it must be these three things, right?
Exactly, because people are searching for ASMR, and so that is a super hot niche where you can drive traffic from Google, so much search volume, from Pinterest. From organic reels on social media, and then to get to 1 million, I would be presuming you want to do some paid ads too.
Amazing, great,
amazing.
All right, on to the last one, the most interesting one.
Yes, it is. Kristen is afraid to say
it's adult products.
It's adult products. So guys, this is not something people want to talk about, okay? Because it's kind of like on the oh my God, the embarrassing part, but continuously,
the risque.
Or risque, continuously, no matter what databases we look at, like certain something hub page is like the top search term.
Like adult related content and products consistently,
guys, it's on the top.
Rank near the top, if not at the top.
It's in the tens of millions. Guys, it's in tens of millions per month.
Yeah.
And so if you think tens of millions per month,
it's a lot of eyeballs.
It's a lot of eyeballs. Think about the ginormosity of that market.
And the potential opportunity.
And the potential opportunity. But one thing to be aware of is kind of like the sub-niching, right?
Yeah, sub-niching. Like if you say, hey, we've got a store that sells all of the adult toys or products that you can ever imagine, that's going to be difficult to compete, right? Because there's already a zillion websites that do all of that stuff.
Exactly.
You've got to kind of, as we always say, carve your niche. Or niche, and find the thing that's you're going to be known for. Your brand's going to be known for.
Yes. So you want to do like, you need to decide, am I selling to the women or am I selling to the husband or am I selling to gay couples?
Am I solving a specific problem or it's a specific desire? What is the thing that like...
or am I doing specific scents or apparel or, toys?
Yeah.
All of these kind of things you want to carve into that. Now, but there are so many advantages. So first of all, there's the search volume. Second, these things you can charge a lot.
People are willing to pay for this stuff.
Yes.
Average order value. We talked before about, generally we say average order value needs to be minimum of 50, but in this kind of industry, it can go up.
I reckon like you want it to be average order value minimum 100, even $200.
Yes.
That's the first thing. I would kind of aim at $200. Now conversion rate, guys, is going to be high. Why? Because people who are going to see your products, they're not gonna want to be seen coming to their website over and over and over and over.
Yes, they're not going to be bookmarking it necessarily.
No, because they don't want people around them to know.
Yeah.
And so what they're going to do, they come to the website, they put the products in order in the basket, they're going to take your upsell suggestions and they're going to check out.
Discreet shipping.
Discreet. It's going to be a fast process, okay?
Yes.
So the one thing though you want to think about is restrictions on social media.
Yeah, the way you position the product is very important. Like, especially if it's adult related content or products, you can't show many things, right? You have to let people use their imagination. You have to substitute things. You have to make it not so...
just don't do any revealing pictures,
stuff,
you know?
There's also some restrictions on some platforms.
That's true.
how you position it, how you name it, how you talk about it.
Yeah, so more talk about it in generic terms, like describe the product, what it is, but don't actually use any kind of adult industry words, because that's going to be banned.
And you can go just model some other ones that are already out there, because there's some good ones out there to model. So that's really cool.
But otherwise, all you have to do is grab this opportunity by the balls.